Hey, you guys. I think I'm live. Yes. Happy Tuesday. Sorry I had to miss yesterday, you guys, but we're back. Today I was thinking that what we could do is a kind of an experiment. I'm gonna do something with the Victoria pattern, and I've linked that pattern below for anybody who's looking for the step-by-step tutorial for that, for the step-by-step instructions for that. But I'm gonna make like a sunflower theme. I've been kind of feeling some sunflower vibes today, so yeah, we're gonna see how this works out. It's gonna be like kind of a scrappy vibe sunflower, but it's an experiment, and we will see how it goes. Hi, Beverly. Hey, Debbie. Hi, Jeanette. I am glad that you guys are here. Okay, so let me switch cameras here. So I got some scraps, kind of scraps. I didn't really start completely from scraps, but I've got a scrappy vibe, I guess is more what I'm trying to say. And I'm gonna be a little random, I think, with my yellows. Like I said, we're experimenting here. The only one I'm not entirely sure about is this one. Not the color. I like the color, but some of it's a little splotchy. This is one of the tonals from Moda. Like, see how splotchy that is? I'm not sure I like that, so I might kind of pick through this. Like, I love that. And I like the brightness of those colors compared to these, which are a little bit more orangey. But we're going to play. We're going to see. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Linda. Linda said hi, everyone from Iceland. Hi, Carol. Carol said, hi, Stacy Ann. So wonderful to see you. It's wonderful to see you, too. Carrie said, hello. Did you get your house taken care of? Mostly, I hope. So I think it might be an ongoing thing, but I hope that it's under control. Thank you for asking. Diane said, hi, I'm so glad to see you all. We're glad to see you too, Diane. Hi, Peggy. Did you guys have a good weekend and Monday? Can't believe it's already Tuesday afternoon. This week is already flying. It's been busy around here. Let's see. We'll start with the flowery one. May as well, right? I meant to bring my iPad so I could consult it for the ebook in case I forgot what I was doing, but I think I can mostly remember this pattern. Hi, Beth. Oh, Beth's in Universal Studios. Have you been to Harry Potter yet? That's my favorite part in Universal. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, April. April said, hello, everyone. Hope everyone is good. We're going to be random. Kimberly said, hi all, I'm working on my tumbleweed pattern, so listening to tutorial while listening to you, Stacey Ann. I don't want to miss any chat. Kimberly, I hope we don't get you confused. I am so bad at multitasking, so good for you. I know that with this pattern, and I'm doing the full version where we just fill in the whole center with squares instead of spacing them out. And you guys, I did the Victoria pattern with you guys live a couple weeks ago, I think, and I can't remember now which version we did. But anyway, I know you got to put 16 around to fill it in. At least that's how it should work out. Let me space these out. I would like to avoid the splotchy areas of this tonal fabric, so we're going to have to finagle it just a little bit. Carrie said, ugh, I've got an orthopedic appointment tomorrow. It's supposed to be storming. With all sarcasm. Great. Of course, that's how it works out. You can send some of that rain in this direction. We are needing some rain around here. Okay. For those of you guys who tell me that you have OCD, you're just gonna not like what I'm doing here, but I'm not gonna go in order with my yellows. I'm gonna be random. Beth said, just a quick check-in. I will catch the replay. Enjoy, everyone. I hope you have an awesome rest of your afternoon, Beth. Hi, Marge. Hey, Becky. Carrie said, I just realized that you're doing the Victoria pattern. I've been wanting to do one in peach. I have a scrappy disc bow that I want to put on the, a scrappy chic bow that I want to put on the top. I am happy that you're happy about this pattern today, Carrie. This is a favorite. I really like this one. This is one that I really, really enjoy doing, and I think it has a neat a look to it, and the fact that you can be real scrappy with it. Like, you could make all of these colors, all of these like centerpieces in a different color if you wanted to. You could do a pattern, like a repeating pattern, or you could just do like I'm doing and mix it up. I might snip a little bit as I go here to keep the center a little less bulky. Now I plan to like cover the center, and I've got some black buttons. I'm thinking I'm gonna go with a black button. Yeah, you guys, that's gonna be so cute. Let me turn it this way so you can see the yellow. I think that's gonna work. And then we'll do a couple layers of green on the outer edges. And then I grabbed some of our little bumblebees. Maybe I'll stick one of those guys on there. Wow, that one is quite different. I had to turn it over because I thought maybe I had the wrong side. Look how light that is. I actually like that though. We're sticking it in there. Hi, Nancy. Nancy said late again. That's okay, Nancy, you're not very late at all. You're only a couple, we're only a couple minutes in. Hi, Brenda. Brenda said, I love this pattern. Me too, Brenda. This one, so I was talking a minute ago how you can make this scrappy. This one can also be really elegant. I know I say this all the time, but I wish I would have went up and grabbed some examples to show you, like other examples to show you so you could see how much this can vary. I always think about that after I've started. Beverly said, oh, I love that. Carrie said it's going to look like a sunflower. That's what I'm hoping for. That little piece I just snipped off flew straight up and down right onto my edge of my keyboard, and it went right between two of the numbers on my keyboard. Hey, Sally. Happy Tuesday to you, too. Carol said, super cute. Love buttons, love sunflowers. Me too, Carol. I love sunflowers. Marge said, love a sunflower like the embellishments you will use. I even have a little flower head here, but I think it's going to be too bright. I grabbed it anyway. The problem with like the flower heads that I always find for sunflowers, sometimes they'll have like a really fall vibe. I love that too. I love fall vibe sunflowers, but I was really when I was thinking about this today, I was thinking I wanted to do something more like summery, bright summery. And the only sunflower flower that I had is this one. Is that even a sunflower or is that a daisy? I don't even know, but it's not, I don't think it's right anyway, but that's okay because we're going to do our own sunflower vibe with our other embellishments. Nancy said, it looks like your bracelet matches your ornament. Yes. Yep. I did this a couple of weeks ago. Sunflower bracelet. I told you I was feeling the sunflower vibe today. Hey, Tony. Tony said, I love your sunflower bracelet. Thank you very much. Mary Lou said, oh, darn, I'm late. You're not very late, Mary Lou. We've only been on a few minutes. I think only about 10 or so minutes. Becky said, everything is so much cleaner and brighter now that I had my eye surgery yesterday. Once I got my other eye done next week, I will only need reading glasses. I bet that feels really good, Becky. I bet that is an amazing feeling. I'm kind of jealous. I really despise losing my eyesight, you guys. Like, it's got to be like one of the worst things of aging. It's like I never really realized what a superpower it was to be able to see clearly. Hi, Christy. Happy Tuesday to you, too. Jeanette said this will be super cute. I hope so. Hey, Alice. Carrie said, that's wonderful, Becky. That is so wonderful, Becky. You've got to feel so good. Nancy K said, so pretty. Thank you, Nancy. Marge said, I'm liking bright and sunny. Yesterday it rained almost 24 hours. Wow, I need some sunshine. We need some rain. We're in opposite worlds right now, it sounds like. Hopefully this will give you a little taste of some bright and sunny, Marge. Peggy said, did you get to work on your quilt over the weekend? Not as much as I hoped to, Peggy. I did pick out my fabrics, and I started ironing. Like, I cut the smaller yardage out that I needed, and I did start ironing, although I ordered a new ironing board this morning because the one that I have is just not going to cut it. I think I was telling you guys about that last week. I mean, you know, I'm being a spoiled brat because the one that I have will work if I absolutely have to use it, but it's awful. So anyway, I did that little bit, and I'm hoping this weekend I can get a lot more done on it. Like, I'd like to get all the pieces cut out and maybe even start stitching something. That's what I hope to accomplish this coming weekend. My phone is going crazy. Sorry, guys. Let me turn off my sound. But yeah, it's like that little crappy ironing board that I got. It's like, it's so thin that I'm like ironing over and over again, and I feel like I'm just like ironing in the like crumples from like underneath of the padding of the ironing board. It's just awful, and it's moving around on me, and it's hanging on the back of a door, so the door is moving, and I'm like, yeah, this is not the easiest thing ever. So hoping that a new ironing board is going to make that a little bit less of a struggle. I went ahead and just got a full-size regular standing ironing board that will not be moving around on me while I'm trying to iron. Christina said, hi, Peaceful Pinners. I'm in need of some peace today. Oh, Christina, I hope everything is okay. Okay, we're coming to the end. We got 2 more pieces to squeeze in here. I'll do one more plain, and then maybe one more of that hatched one. Oh, I got behind, didn't I? Hey, Robin. Sally said, I got my ribbon embellishment orders, and now I can go to town getting my 4 ornaments done. Yay. That's awesome. Carol said, between our eyesight and arthritis, old age is just fantastic. I know. It's like a cruel joke. Kathy said, so cute. Thank you, Kathy. Phil said, hi, everyone. Hey, Phil. Christy said, we've had 4 days of snow in the morning. Saturday morning, about 2 inches. Sunday morning, about 1 inch. Monday, about a ½ inch. And today, about a ¼ inch. So it's slowly dwindling down. At least you got some, though, right? April said, I agree with you, Carol. Getting old has not been fun. Christy said, and when I went to get the mail about 30 minutes ago, the creator threw tiny snowballs at me. Hey, Dubravka. I'm glad to see you too. Nancy K said, are your fabrics that you're using in the shop? 1 or 2 of them are. You know what I did? I kind of cannibalized a couple of bundles and had some leftover pieces also that we had in the shop previously. I think, let's see. This one I think we used in the kit a long time ago, so I had that as a scrap back here in my hutch. This one was the yellow flowers was one that was from a bundle that we might still have in the shop right now. I'm not 100% sure on that. This one is in an upcoming bundle. This yellow with this is Moda Flow, but this is actually a Moda Basic. I'm pretty sure you can find this anywhere. Moda Flow. And then this is also a basic from Dear Stella. And we've had this, I think, in some bundles as well. That was a terrible answer to your question. I guess the answer is some of them are. I'm sorry. I kind of just went on a search for tonal yellows. That's what that's going to look like. Cute, right? Cute little sunflower, and we'll put some green around it for our outer layer. And you know what I just realized, you guys? I should have grabbed little black pearl-headed pins. Let me see if I have them right here. I don't know if I do. Yay, I do. I'm so glad. I was like, man, that would have That would have been silly of me. I think we can pin those on with some little mini black pearl-headed pins, and that'll work. All right, let's go ahead and do our outer layers. I'm going to do this darker green on the inside and then put this on the outside. You know what I did forget? I forgot a band. I forgot to cut a band. I still have some of this fabric. So that is good. Let me put, I'm going to stick a pin in the center to help me mark. I'll use one of these to help me see where I'm measuring from for each of these pieces, because I feel like when you have a messy center like that, it can be easy to get off just a little bit with each measurement, and it can make a big difference in this pattern. All right, so I'm going at 1 and I'll try 1 1/4 inches and see how that works out. Is that going to be a big enough center? I think so. I got behind. Back up a little. Hi, Michelle. April said, Christy, Colorado sure could use snow. It's been cooler here, which has been nice. A little rain also has been nice. Hi, Shan. Marge said, Christy, I won't complain about the inch of rain we got. I will take it over snow any day. Peggy said, just do what you can do and when you can do it. And a good pressing surface makes a big difference. A wool pressing mat is something to consider investing in if you're going to do a lot of quilting. Okay. I have a small one that I've used here, but I feel like, yeah, something maybe a little bigger. Is that what you're thinking? Do you use like a bigger one? I don't know if the one I have is big enough to, it would be a pain with big pieces of fabric. Well, you know what? I say that would be a pain. Nothing would be as much of a pain as that ironing board I have on the door. That thing is just not where it's at. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Patty. Christina said, 2 pain in the butt kids on my school bus. Oh, no. Then a car driver giving me crap because 2 sisters, one got off the bus, but the other one was still on trying to get her book bag unstuck from the seat. Oh, no. I could see if you're driving a school bus that you would need a little peace at the end of your day. That sounds like a hectic job. Jeanette said, I agree with getting a wool pressing mat. It makes all the difference in quilting. Okay. Maybe I'll just use the little one I have then for now, because anything would be better than what I've been doing. Let me pin this first. Hi, Kat. Christy said, Christina, you do need some peace. I wholeheartedly agree. Hi, Louise. Hi, Dana. Tammy said, I keep losing my favorite thimble. My husband surprised me today. He just gave me a box. He ordered me 84 of them. Wow, that is thoughtful. How nice of him. You have such a good hubby, Tammy. He's so nice. Sherry said, I've been listening to you while I got laundry out of the dryer and put another load in the dryer. I need to do that too, Sherry. Shan said, I purchased 2 bundles of the sugar skulls. My mother-in-law loves sugar skulls. We'll make ornaments for her for Christmas. Can't wait to get them and my Christmas club box. Shan, thank you very much. You know what? I need to do a sugar skull here on the live. I also really love those ornaments. They're fun to embellish too. Nancy said, thank you. I will look for the ones that you said. The bundles that we have with the yellows, I think they have the daisy fabric in them, which is probably what's on the front cover picture in the shop, if that helps. And then the yellows and the greens. And this one also, I believe, is from one of those bundles too. Now this one here that I'm using, this is an old fabric that we just have a little bit of left down in the shop. I think. Do we even have it left in the shop? I know I had a scrap piece, and it's actually it's from a Christmas line by Moda from years ago. I had gotten that, gosh, was it? I think I got that from when we did an elf hat ornament in the club. So that would have been quite a while ago. Shan said, that's a nice surprise gift, Tammy. Hi, Sally. Sally said hi from New York. Sally, I think I have not seen your username before. Welcome, welcome. Sherry said, we've been dry here in Northeast Tennessee too, but we had rain and thunder overnight. Send it my way. I actually think we're supposed to get a lot of rain this weekend. So that's good news. It's supposed to get very hot on Saturday, like in the 90s. And then I guess, I'm assuming it's a cold front coming in, like a little mini cold front. Cold front meaning that we're going to go down in like the 70s or 80s or something the next day. But I think that's what's bringing the rain. Robbie said that looks very summer-like. Hey, Robbie. Yes, I'm going for sunflower, Robbie. I'm going to put a button and try to make it look like a sunflower. Kathy said, I have a small wool mat and a small palm-sized iron I use when I do a lot of piecing. It sits right next to my machine. Okay, so the small one then would probably work. And I watched a shabby fabrics tutorial over the weekend. It was a piecing tutorial, because I didn't even know what that meant. And I was like, that looks like fun. It looks really fun, actually. Jerry said, hi, Stacy and OGs, just got back from town. It's good to see you, Jerry. Robbie said, wool pressing mat for sure. Nancy said, hi, everyone. Finally got my daughter off the phone. What are we making today? We are experimenting with the Victoria pattern, and I'm going to try to make this resemble slightly a sunflower. I don't have sunflowers in my garden yet, but I will hopefully in a month or so. But I was thinking about sunflowers. I was feeling the sunflower vibes. We've actually done quite a few sunflower versions of things throughout the last few years. We even have a sunflower pattern that we did in the club a couple years ago. But I was thinking about the Victoria pattern for this because I also kind of wanted it to be a little bit scrappy. And this pattern really lends itself well to being scrappy. Sally said, I love that ornament, Stacy Ann. My granddaughter loves sunflowers and this so reminds me of her. Thank you, Sally. Tammy said, Shan, that is such a pretty fabric set. My daughter's birthday is November 1st. She loves sugar skulls. Dana said, we have severe thunderstorms coming here in Memphis. Be safe. Tammy said, hubby and I have been together almost 30 years. I think I'll keep him as long as I can. I love that, Tammy. Good for you guys. Christina said, Christy, thank you. 20 more school days. The natives are getting restless on the bus. But my consolation prize is 2 months of no work other than my quilting and embroidery biz. That's awesome. You have peace incoming. This fabric is like playing up the scrappy vibe, the kind of country scrappy vibe, I think. Oh, this is going to be so cute, you guys. This is working out. Phil said, wool pressing mats are also good for machine embroidery. You turn the embroidery upside down and press, which sets the threads. Oh, good to know. Do you know that I still haven't used the embroidery part of my machine, which is the whole reason I bought it? I'll get there, though. Eventually. I did not expect that I would get so derailed and excited by the sewing part. Shan said, I also ordered the tape measure and 8 angel forms. Oh, awesome, Shan. You are going to be set. Thank you so much for your order. You're going to be pinning away in no time. Peggy said, I use a cabinet from IKEA that I have a large wool pressing mat on. It's big enough to accommodate yardage. You could also cut the mat in the shape of your board and use it that way. Oh, that's a good idea. Nancy said, I am taking notes on this ornament. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure when I started because the yellows are all different. I mean, one of them even has like a, to me, this almost has like a Halloween vibe to it. But still, I liked the color and I'm really happy with how it's working out. Sometimes you just don't know, you know? Christina said, okay, back to pinning comments. Stacy, when will the spring bundle be available? It was the green plaid and springy floral from early last week, I think. Holding off on an order for that one. The green plaid and springy floral. Did I show it on this, Christina? I'm trying to remember. We did, let's see. Last week we released, where did I set it? I don't think it's right here anywhere. We had a floral one, but it wasn't the plaid, I don't think. Was it? I have to look for that, you guys. I don't think it had plaid in it, but we released that last week. I can't think of which one you're talking about with the green plaid. Let me keep thinking on that. If you think of any other hints for me, let me know. Robbie said that's so cute. Thank you, Robbie. Terry said, I love your bracelet. Thank you, Terry. And by the way, welcome. I don't think I've seen your name before. Kathy said, I love shabby fabrics. Great inspiration. Yeah, I've been enjoying the tutorials that I've seen so far. I like her teaching style. It seems to be geared towards beginners, at least in the ones that I've watched. I'm sure she's got advanced ones too. I haven't gotten to yet, but some of the ones that I've watched seem like she's really gearing it towards beginners. So I've been enjoying it. Christina said shabby fabrics kits and tutorials are awesome. Kathy said, hello, Stacy, Ian, and everyone. Hi, Kathy. Oh, yeah, Shan said experimental pattern. Yup, it's testing Tuesday. I totally forgot about that. I love that. That worked out. Cindy said, hello, peaceful pinners, from Cindy in Ontario. Hi, Cindy. Kathy said, very cute ornament. Thank you, Kathy. Oh, Carol. No, I'm not. I'm not on live chat. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Carol. Did you already say that once? Because you said I don't want to keep bothering you. And I don't remember seeing you say that before. So oh my goodness, you guys, I'm so sorry. So if I have missed your comment, it's because I was not on live chat, which means YouTube was filtering them. I am so sorry, you guys. Let me back up just a little bit. Oh, I can't believe I forgot that. That's what happens when you miss 3 days in a row. If I missed your comment, guys, I apologize. Please post it again if I missed it, and I will read it. Thank you, Carol, for that reminder. Dana said, Stacy, I sent pictures of 2 ornaments that I made over the weekend using our new pattern with no name. I think they came out pretty cute. Did you put them, where did you put them at, Dana? Did you put them on Facebook, or did you send them like by email? Because I will definitely be on the lookout. The new no name pattern. Tammy said, I had a hard time with the center of the sunflower pattern. I ended up using a large bead cap. I love the way it turned out. So are you talking about the one that we actually call the sunflower, that we used the fabric like circle that's like fussy cut and put into the middle, Tammy? That one is really hard to get a perfect center. I mean, you pretty much are not going to be able to get a perfect center on that one. You definitely need something big in the middle to hide whatever messiness. It's similar in a way to the Victoria. Like the Victoria pattern also is a weird one for the center. You almost cannot get away with not putting something in the middle. Shan said, thanks, Tammy, for the confirmation on a good purchase. Hi, CJ. Tammy said, I love the check on the outside. Thank you. I do too. This is actually coming out better than I hoped it would. Now, if only we can find ribbons that are a good match. The ribbons is going to be the hard part with this, because it's like both the difficult colors. Impossible green and probably almost impossible yellow. Yellow's a hard one too. I'll try the scrap basket first, and then we'll see. And you know what else would be cute? Like black, but as long as it's nothing heavy. We'll see. Christina said, do you know the name of the green plaid that you're using? I want to say that it's definitely Moda, and I want to say that the name of the line was like, oh, there's Nat. Glad Tidings or Good Tidings or something like that. It was actually a Christmas line. That's what's coming up for me in my brain right now. Maybe Good Tidings? Let me see if there's anything on this little scrap of selvage that I have, actually. I do not have the part that has the name. Maybe just Tidings. Tidings is coming up for me, so maybe Google that and see if you can find it. Dana said, hey CJ, storms are heading your way. They're in Memphis right now. Jerry said, I love how that pattern is turning out, and it sure does look like a sunflower. Thank you, Jerry. April said, I'm watching you place the material as you go, and you don't even use a measuring tape. How do you do that? I have to measure every piece. Well, you know what, April? I was measuring from the center when I did this darker green layer. It's a little bit easier for me to not measure on this layer, although if you looked really closely, you would see that every piece is not exactly perfect. So it really just depends. Sometimes I will measure and sometimes I will do more eyeballing. For that outer green layer, the first green layer, I actually do always try to measure because I find it makes a big difference in this particular pattern. If you get off a little bit, it's easier to get off from the center a little bit, and if you do, it's kind of visible. But don't feel bad if you have to measure a lot, because it's a thing, you know, and it's better to measure and be on the safe side than not. And then after the fact, you're like, that's a little wonky. CJ said, Dana, thank you. Dana, I'm so waiting for them. We bought a NOAA radio. And I've seen that. I don't know what that stands for. And signed up for Ryan Hall Y'all call. So we're trying to be ready. Good for you. I didn't know that you could sign up for a call, though, from that channel. They got it going on over there, don't they? Hey, Brian. Christina said yes. I'm going to, in a few minutes, especially if I have to get up and get my ribbon rack, which I forgot to bring over here, I will see if I see that bundle laying around. I don't see it right now, but I know it's up here somewhere. I might use that on Thursday. I won't be here tomorrow. I can't remember who's coming on tomorrow. Kennedy or Lydia, I believe. But maybe on Thursday I'll use that bundle. Okay. That's it for side one. That's a vibe. I'm excited. All right, let's do the back. Christina said it was the same green plaid that you're using now. Is that in a bundle? Wow, if they put that in a bundle, I'm going to be surprised, because I didn't think we had enough of that left over, but maybe we did. Maybe that's why they put it in a bundle. Okay, I will find out for you, Christina. I am so sorry that I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to these fabrics. I was just grabbing pieces and parts for today, and I wasn't really paying too much attention to which ones. I was just looking for some tonals and some greens. So I will see what I can discover for you. Let me, you know, I heard my messages going off. Maybe Tammy was trying to let me know what. No, it wasn't about that. Okay. I was like, she might be telling me what it is. It was not about that. I will try to find that out for you, Christina. Shan said, how's everyone in Texas? I saw a blurb about severe weather. Brian said, hi, CJ. It jumped on me. I'm trying to scroll back up and find where I was. Christina said it was number 107, green center, that green plaid that you're using now, and purpley flowers on white. Hold on. Now I can't stop thinking about it. Hold on a minute. Let me see. It's got to be here somewhere. Nope, the one that I have up here is not the same one. It's not the one that you're talking about. This is the one I have up here. These are the ones that I just cannibalized. Some of these are in the shop still and some of them are not in the shop still, I don't think. But these are the ones I just cannibalized for the yellows and I think the other Moda green. So I need to find out which one has the green check that you're talking about, because these are not it. Unless the green check was in this one. Was it in this one? I'd have to look in the shop. So I'm going to have to do some more research for you, Christina. Dana said, all right, we're at 80, folks. Now let's all hit the thumbs up. Thank you, Dana. I appreciate the thumbs up, guys, and appreciate the hearts, too. I see some hearts going by. Thank you. Tammy said, Shabby Fabrics was where I found my first no-sew ornament pattern. I saw her video. It was good. Then I found you while looking for more patterns. Very happy to find you. Thank you, Tammy. Carol said, no, first time. Except for I'm so far past whenever you said that I've lost the thread of what you mean. What were we talking about? Brenda said, I have to stay away from Shabby Fabrics. Yes, their kits and tutorials are awesome. They get me in big time trouble. Brenda, I feel your pain because I made a pretty large order over the weekend. I made a pretty large order over the weekend from them. So I am very excited for my mailbox at some point in the next, I don't know, in the next couple of days, hopefully. I like how in her videos, whatever she's teaching, they have like the fabric on the sides and stuff to match. It's like the fabrics that she's showing in whatever kit or whatever tutorial she's showing. And then like whatever project is hanging in the back. I'm like, it's a lot of work to set up that whole set. I would imagine it's a lot of work, but it sure does look beautiful in those videos. CJ said, Tammy, that's exactly how I found Stacy Ian. Shabby Fabrics and then found OGs. That's awesome. Dana said, wow, it's getting really dark here and it's not 4 o'clock yet. I sent the pics by email. Okay, I will be on the lookout. And definitely be safe. We're heading into stormy season. Marge said, you need a sticky note on your monitor. I know. Marge, I do, for the live chat. I was doing pretty good. Like the last couple of weeks, I was remembering right when I started. And then today, I just 100% forgot. And I might not have gone down far enough. But if Georgianne was here, then I missed her. And that's the only person I know of for sure that gets filtered out, but I don't know if it happens with anyone else also. And it's weird how it's like certain people, it filters out the comments. CJ said, be safe, Dana. Tammy said, yes, the sunflower pattern I had a hard time with. The bead cat worked, though. Shan said, I found Stacy by accident. It just popped up on my YouTube feed. So happy to have discovered this craft in a great company and community. So hard to find that all in one place these days. Thank you, Shan. I'm so happy that you found us too. And that you're here in this chat with all of us. So I was just thinking to myself, if I wanted to have been fancy, or if I had thought about it, I could have tried to match the pieces up with the same ones from side one. I think in this particular instance, that's not such a big deal because we're being kind of scrappy anyway. But that's always a possibility. And especially if you are having a more, meticulous pattern, if you're using a specific order of fabrics for this, you could totally match your side one pieces with your side two, so that when you're looking at it from the side, the same pieces are like lining up with each other. So just something you could do if you wanted to be fancy. Christy said black hanger. I'm thinking, and you know what came into my head when I was talking about that a few minutes ago? Do you remember that black and white thin ribbon that we were using on, was it Friday? And then I happened to find the other piece of it. That would be so cute on this. And there was only a teeny little bit of that left. I'm going to have to look in my drawers or look on the ribbon rack and see if I actually have more of that one, because I think that would be really cute. Tammy said, I've got the cute sunflower ribbon from Hobby Lobby that would look cute. I think I need to send you a roll. It'd be cool if we were like the Jetsons and you could just like zap it to me. I feel like we're not far from that. Patty said the Golden Harvest bundle is where the yellow is from. Oh, thank you, Patty. I think that was one of the ones that you had said you'd gotten, right? Robbie said should be able to take a screenshot of the fabric and do a search. Whoops. I think we'll go back to this one. Tracy said, hi everyone, just got out of a meeting. Darn work getting in the way of peaceful pinning time. April said, looks perfect to me. Thank you, April. CJ said, Tracy, I understand that. Cindy said, could you do this pattern to make it look like a poinsettia? Yeah, we did one similar to that in our Christmas club, actually. We used a bunch of tonal reds. Was it Christmas club or was it just one that somebody made? You could do all reds and then do green on the outside. This is a beautiful pattern for Christmas fabrics, you guys. You can make this pattern look extremely elegant. And definitely, it could definitely look like a poinsettia. Tammy said the green looks like Summertime Picnic. 55325 green Moda Fabrics printed gingham stripe checks plaid. It could be similar. I want to say that this one was from that Glad Tidings or Good Tidings or whatever Christmas line, but you guys probably have noticed a lot of the fabric lines will kind of be a repeat of something else, maybe just slightly different color or slightly different something, but a lot of times there's a lot of repetitiveness with the fabrics. Let's go for one of these. This one's a little too blotchy for me. I like that one. Oh, Patty said, Stacy, maybe not the Harvest bundle. I should have paid better attention to which bundles I was taking apart when I was getting these fabrics ready. I just had one thing on my mind. I was like laser focused on making a sunflower ornament. CJ said Ryan Hall, the call thing was something that I found last night. It costs $20 a year. And if there's a tornado warning, they call you on your phone and give you a warning. Wow. Robin said, looking good. Thanks, Robin. Kimberly said, I'm definitely doing this beautiful pinning ornament in the fabrics I'm using for my tumbleweed. They will look so cute together. I hope I have enough of my material. That's awesome, Kimberly. You know what the nice thing about this pattern, especially if you're using multiple different fabrics in the center, they're just 2 by 2 inch squares, and there's 16 of them, but divide that up between the number of fabrics and you end up only needing like, so I've got 4 different fabrics, and I am being random, but if I had been like counting, it's like 4 pieces per color, you know, so it's really on one side, so it'd be 8 total. So really it doesn't take a lot of fabric. The one that you'll need more of is whatever your outer border color is going to be, but even still, it's 8 pieces here. There'll be 8 more on the other side, so 16 total. Definitely not a like fabric heavy ornament. It jumped on me. I'm like, that's not where I was. Oh, guys, I'm way behind. April said, Cindy the poinsettia would be so pretty. Shan said, looks great, so pretty, and spring and fresh colors. Thank you. Carrie said, if I heard correctly, those storms are heading towards us near Gatlinburg. I can tell. My husband and I both have headaches, and my knee is beginning to throb, so I can feel it coming. Oh, wow. You're feeling the pressure. CJ said, Dana, you should look into that call thing. Patty said, green checkered Hearthside holiday deer. You know, when I looked at it, I was like, is that what it's from? Hey, Carmen. CJ said, Patty, awesome. I think you're right, Patty. Thank you. Thanks, guys, for knowing where this fabric that I'm using came from. Christina said, yes, I went back to the live to double check. It's okay. Thanks. Thank you, Christina. You know what I was thinking when you said I showed it last week? I was thinking of emails. I was thinking that you were talking about what I showed in an email. I was completely not thinking about the lives, which makes no sense. I don't know why my brain went to the email instead. Sorry about that. Marianne said, late to the party. That's okay. We're glad you're here, Marianne. Welcome, welcome. CJ said, hey there, Carmen. Marianne, better late than never, CJ said. Tammy said you used the green check in video 107. Thanks, guys. I'm glad you're on. I'm glad you're with it. Let's squeeze in a couple more of these sunflower pieces. I like them. They're my favorite ones. We'll do a sunflower, and then we'll do the plain blotchy one, and then we'll do the hatchy one. Yeah, I think that's good. The hatch one or another sunflower. We might squeeze in another sunflower. Belinda. Belinda said, hey, oh geez, and Stacy, late, but I'm glad that I found you guys still on the live. Yep, we're still here. We got a little ways to go. I'm glad that you have joined us. Christina, I'm sorry. I'm going to go for another sunflower. We're going to be wild and crazy. Yes, Beverly said, Stacy, I think she was talking about the live peaceful pinning. 107. The green check is from Hearthside Holiday Deer Bundle, Michelle said. I sure am glad I have you guys to keep me on my toes. Belinda said, we'll re-watch from the start later. Thank you for the hearts, you guys. I wonder if it was this exact one. I guess it must have been, but I didn't remember using it. What did I make in number 107? I'm going to have to go back and look. Because I am like 100% not remembering. Okay, so we need to do a little bit of trimming. I'm going to use these scissors instead. Heather said, hi all, finally made it to another live. Happy to see you, Heather. Robbie said, yes, Stacy, the Hearthside one. Tammy said, I take it as a challenge to get free shipping at Shabby Fabrics. What is Shabby Fabrics, what's the word I'm looking for? They're cut off for getting free shipping. Like, what's the amount that you have to spend to get free shipping? I got free shipping, so I definitely reached that. But I don't know when I reached it because I probably just immediately put that much stuff into my cart. Heather said, can't wait to start the new Christmas club. I was able to join last week, now for the waiting. Welcome, welcome, Heather. I'm so happy to hear that. I hope you love it. They will be going out here in just a couple days. What is today? The 28th? They have been down there getting them all ready. And they're probably picking up on... Today's the 28th. Yeah, just a couple days. I think I measured 1¼ inches from my first side for this layer, so I'm going to go for that same amount here on this side because I think it worked out. I'm going to have a decent amount of overlap. I'm just going to keep my pins up a little bit so that I can trim off this part that's overlapping. Kat said, I love Shabby Fabrics. Carrie said, I found you first. I've never seen Shabby Fabrics. It's for like more quilting. And so I had seen them before, just, you know, shopping for fabrics and stuff online, but I hadn't paid too much attention because I had never really been into quilting. And now that I'm newly interested in quilting, I'm like looking at it with fresh eyes. Carol said, I should be more specific. I only reminded you about the live chat once. Okay, so I did see all your comments then, Carol. I was worried that maybe some of your comments had gotten filtered out when I saw that comment. I am on live chat now, so thank you again for that reminder. Margaret said, what size are the squares? The squares I used in the middle are 2 inches. And then these pieces I'm using now are 2 by 3 inches. Tracy said, yay, Heather, you will love it. Did you join the Facebook group, Heather? CJ said, Carmen, waiting for these lovely storms coming tonight, but I'm with my OG friends, so loving life. That's awesome, CJ. Marge said, I found you while scrolling, waiting for hubby to wake up, so everything I buy for ornaments is his fault. That's funny. CJ said, Marge, I love the way you look at things. Hi, Joyce. Joyce said, hi, Stacy, getting in late. Happy to be here. I'm glad to see you. Lorette said, hi, everyone. I'm a bit late today. Glad to be here. Better late than never, Lorette. We're glad that you're here, too. Jeanette said, Shabby Fabrics is great. I also love Jenny on Missouri Star Quilt Company. Her videos are very beginner friendly. You know what? I don't think I follow them. I should follow them. I think we've bought sample fabrics from Missouri Star Quilt before. Tammy said, flowers are not perfect. No 2 flowers are the same. The sides don't have to match. That is a very good point, Tammy. Whoop. Vigo agrees. He's barking at something specific. Robbie said, love Jenny. Tammy said, you need your little bumblebee embellishment. Tammy, I think you got here a few minutes late, but look what I got. I got them. We're on the same wavelength. Shan said the waiting game is the hardest game to play when you're super excited to get the package. I know. I'm like that right now with my Shabby Fabrics package that's coming. I'm like, come on. Jean said, hi all. Sorry I'm late. No notification. We are glad you're here. Lorette said, I took a colored pencil drawing class this morning. Oh, wow. And I have to say I'm much better at ornament making than drawing tulips. I think that's something that probably takes some practice, right? I've never been very good at drawing. I always wanted to be able to draw, but really never could do it. My son can draw pretty well, and he gets that from my husband, my late husband. He was a very good drawer. Marge said, Jeanette, yes, Missouri Star is very beginner friendly. They have some great ways of doing things like HST, sew around a square, and then cut corner to corner and get 4 HSTs. I don't even know what an HST is, so it sounds like something I need to look at if they're beginner friendly. I lost my spot again. Oh, there we go. Nancy said, the green plaid fabric that you're using is in the bundle with the black fabric with the deer on it. Yes, and I realized it when I pulled out these bundles to look at. Here it is. So it's in with this bundle. This is Hearthside Holiday. The green was not part of the original Hearthside Holiday line, but it looks good with it. So, yep, it can have a Christmassy vibe or clearly a spring vibe, right? Belinda said tulips are my favorite, Dutch girl here. Tulips were always my favorite too. And then sunflowers kind of nudged it into second place, but I do love tulips still. They're beautiful. I think the reason I loved tulips so much for most of my life was because seeing the tulips start to spring out of the ground when you live up north is like the first sign of spring coming after a dreary long winter. And so I was always a huge tulip person. But in the last few years, sunflowers has become kind of a top one for me. I like daisies too, but sunflowers definitely. Shan said, how many pieces of yellow are you pinning to make that center so full and nice? It was 16 total, and I used an 8-line ball, and so I made sure that I had 2 little slivers within each segment of the ball. So 16 total. And if you have the Victoria pattern, this is a variation of the Victoria pattern where we show how to, like, step by step how to do this variation of it. Carrie said, I'm loving this. Thank you, Carrie. Nancy said, I searched and I came across Good Tidings by Brenda Riddle for Moda. Yep, that's it. 18665-14 for the green plaid. Nancy, thank you for searching that out. I'm glad I wasn't going crazy, at least in that part of things. At least for that part of the conversation. That I knew it was something with tidings. So Good Tidings. Brian said, thank you for doing this Victoria pattern, Stacy. I did the Victoria with 8 pieces going around the center, but I've not tried the 16 pieces around the center version. Awesome. So are you a little more motivated to give it a shot, Brian, after seeing this? And by the way, you're welcome. Dana said, it depends on the siren. It's very close to my house, but I do have a weather radio. Oh, I depend on the siren. I gotcha. It's close to your house. I bet that's pretty scary when you hear that go off. Christina said, Patty, thanks. Jeanette said, Missouri Star shops are incredible. The whole town revolves around their quilt shops. I've heard that. Like, it's an actual touristy kind of thing, right? Like, the whole quilting town. CJ said, Dana, glad to hear this is a HE double hockey sticks of a storm. Christina said it was a basic star. Okay, I need to go back and look. That's crazy that I can't remember doing it. I'm sure when I see it, I'll remember. I can actually take this out now. I mean, that wasn't that long ago. Number 107, what are we on now? 111 or something like that? Oh, it was the little Basic Star mini kit, wasn't it? Okay, it's all starting to fall into place, guys. Jerry said, the sound is not in sync with your face. You can see you, oh, it's not. You can see you saying something and then it's several seconds before. I hear it wondering if it's just my setup or if it's a YouTube problem. It could totally be my internet, or maybe I need to adjust something. Is that happening with a lot of you guys where my mouth is moving at a different pace than my voice? Belinda said, sounds okay here. It might be a delay on your device. Patty said, Christina, you're welcome. Robbie said, I love the material that you used in the video of the flag ornament. So pretty. Thanks, Robbie. Are you talking about the flag cube short video that they just put out? I say they. Sarah would have just posted it, I think, in the last couple of days because she posts the shorts for me. Tammy said, I think free shipping at Shabby Fabrics is $75 or $100. Okay. Yeah. I'm embarrassed to say that I definitely hit that threshold. Patty said, I believe it's 75. Brenda said, I think it's 75. Oh, Joyce said it's 75. You guys know. You guys know what is the threshold. Joyce said it's 75 for free shipping, plus you make points for cash to use towards future purchases. I like that. I should set something like that up on our site. Robbie said Missouri Star does the same, and you can also bundle. Cindy said, I got some balls and they had dents in them. What do you fill it in so you don't have it showing on the finished ball? Just rolled up some Kleenex to fill in the dents. Cindy, did you get those? First of all, did you get those from us? And then the other thing I would say is it depends on the dent. You can actually get away with ignoring most dents and dings. They're going to be totally camouflaged by your layered fabric. Unless you're making something where there's not a lot of layering and it's like flat pieces, like maybe more so with like our artist collection patterns and stuff. But for the most part, most of the layered fabric is going to hide like almost all dings and dents if they're not too terrible. Now, I have heard of people filling in holes before with things like, oh gosh, I've seen people like that fill them in with glue and let it dry. There's people that have kind of stuck things in there like putty and stuff like that. I really don't think that's necessary. Again, it depends on how big it is, how big the hole is. But most of the time you can hide that stuff. But if you got that from us and it came with dents and dings, we would want to fix that for you. Because unless you purposely order our scratch and dent foam, which we have, we usually are pretty careful about the quality of foam that we're sending out for people. Christina said, Nancy, thanks. I'll go look now. Brenda said, Jenny's really nice. Patty said, I buy mostly from Shabby and then Etsy. We've gotten a few fabric orders from Etsy as well. There's a couple of sellers on there that we've bought from. We will normally buy some fabric retail like that if we're looking for something, if we're like looking for maybe a specific basic to match an upcoming club kit and we want to just test some things out before we make a whole big wholesale order. Shan said super duper pooper dogs. Carol said, I just looked it up. Sarah did number 109, peaceful pinning with the deer center and the green plaid outer layer. Oh, so it wasn't me that made it? That would make sense of why I couldn't remember. But that was number 109. So maybe I still did the other one. I think you said the one I did was 107. I have to cut myself a band. I totally forgot to get a band ready. All right, 4 more to go. It jumped on me. Let me find my spot. Oh, I am even more behind Then I was. Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. Brenda said, that's funny. My dog started barking and yours started at the same time. Good ears. We're in North Carolina. Barbara said, hello, everyone. Facebook wasn't going to let me on. Finally here. I'm glad you're here, Barbara. Brenda said, half square triangle. Are you talking about this fold, the fold that I was doing before? Oh, no. Marge said, Stacy, HST equals half square triangle. Okay. Okay. Thank you. That was like 20 minutes ago, guys. I already forgot that I asked what that was. Peggy said, half square triangles. It's a pretty basic piece in quilting. Okay. I may have seen the lady from Shabby Fabrics demonstrating that in that piecing video that I watched and not realize what that was. Carrie said, were you on Friday? I never got a notification. I waited and I tried to find you, but yes, Carrie, we did Finishing Friday. We had some good ones on Friday. We did those, the ones in particular that I'm remembering is we did the 2 Jolly Souls, the Santa it was 2 Mrs. Claus ornaments, and we had fun making a bow on that one. So that one maybe is a good one to go back and watch. Jeanette said it's $50 free shipping plus points at Missouri Star. Ooh, they're in a competition for the free shipping. Charlene said, sorry for getting in late. Had a celebration lunch for 2 new baby girls to different parents, not twins. Well, congratulations to whoever those new babies are for. That's exciting. April said, I like lilacs and iris, just love both. Carrie said, I love pansies. Charlene said, I was able to get some fabric cut for 15 to 20 ornaments and in the process on finishing 5. Was nice to start crafting again. That's awesome, Charlene. Peggy said, I love tulips. Bonus, they don't have strong pollen. Makes my allergies very happy. Belinda said, Friday was an early start, I think. Is Friday the day that I started early? I know there was, yeah, I think it was when I started kind of early, and that kind of throws everything off, I think. Shan said, I got the Victoria pattern a while ago, made a few glitter black and white ones. The pattern is not hard and it works up fast by the 3rd one. Yes, this one does start to move fast after you get the hang of it. I'm glad that you liked it. Tammy said, I think I like the 16-piece center on the Victoria better than the 8-piece. I think I feel the same, Tammy. Sometimes I like the 8-piece one. It is a more structured look. I always like the patterns that have fabric showing from underneath because I like the depth of that. And the first one I did like that was the snowflake pattern, like way back when, 2017. I do like that look. And again, it's more of a structured look, but I like the scrappy vibe of this. This is just a more full vibe. And I also like how you can, like I said before, you can be real scrappy with it. You can mix up your fabrics. They don't have to be exact. You can do that with the 8-pointed one too. I mean, you could be scrappy with that too, but I feel like it can get messy quicker if you're not careful, if that makes sense. Charlene said, side note on tulips, they are one of the only flowers that are able to continue to grow after they're cut. Oh, I didn't know that. Brian said, yes, you make it look doable. Awesome, Brian. You'll have to let us know how it goes. Belinda said, Charlene, wow, I did not know that. Yeah, I didn't know that either. Come on, YouTube. Okay. I think I'm back. Hang in there, YouTube. Hang in there, Internet. Guys, sometimes if you refresh, it'll bring it back, but definitely I was having that on my side. So I can see that a few of you are seeing the buffering. YouTube's telling me that I need to pin quicker. Okay, Belinda said I'm back. Yeah, I was gone there for a minute. Hopefully that will be the last of that, guys. YouTube's like, get a move on. You're too slow. You're talking too much. This is going to be the most uneven band ever because I'm eyeballing it. Click on live chat again after you refresh. Sherry said, yes, good reminder, Sherry. Thank you. Okay, you guys got me back now. Hopefully everybody can see me and hear me okay now. Let me scroll back up because I scrolled to the bottom so I could see if you guys could see me or hear me. And Alice had said, I was going to give your pattern a try, but for some reason I have very little yellow fabric on hand. I know I read that, but I did want to address it. I actually didn't have much either. That's why I had to cannibalize all those fabric bundles. But I feel like you could get away with little scraps of things like what I did here. And you know what? You could also just use one color or just two colors. You don't have to do all different colors like I did. Yellow is not a color I use all the time. You know, it's usually like specific use cases or whatever, but I feel like it worked out mixing them up. Nancy K said, I'm good here. Okay, Tammy said, sound and image are in sync on my end. Okay, I'm so glad, you guys. That's okay, CJ. Christy said, I haven't noticed that, but I'm only listening. I should have made this a little thinner. Okay, good here. CJ said, Nancy said, sounds good here. Brian said, audio and video are in sync on mine. Okay, I'm so glad. Okay, Tracy said the same. Kathy said, I opened my cardinal ornament kit and layer 3 and 4 fabric was missing. I sent a picture to Clara through email and she responded so quickly. Do you know if I will get notified when it ships? Yeah, did that happen today, Kathy? Did you just send that in today? Because if you sent it in, like, it should, if it was like a few days ago, it probably already shipped. But yeah, usually you will get notified when it ships. And I'm sorry that that happened, Kathy. Joyce said, is this fabric combination available on your fabric kit site? I love it. Joyce, unfortunately not. I kind of threw this together, but gosh, we should put something together for us, shouldn't we? I was kind of going into this as an experiment, I have to admit. And I wasn't really entirely sure how it was going to work out. Pat said, that's a good one for tomorrow. Nancy V said, Christina, I think it was from January 2018, so it may be almost impossible to find. I did find a charm pack on Etsy. Jeanette said, yes, Hamilton, Missouri is a wonderful place. Missouri Star has 5 or 6 different quilt shops depending on the theme. They even have a men's shop for the hubbies to hang out while their ladies are shopping. That's what we were talking about last week, remember? Like, we were saying how they need to have like a cigar bar or something for men to hang out. That is so smart. That is so smart of them. Joyce said, Stacy, did you make your bracelet? It's so cute and it matches the ornament that you're making. I did, Joyce. Thank you very much. I made it a couple of weeks ago. I haven't had a whole lot of opportunities to wear it because it's yellow and green. I don't wear a lot of that, but since my shirt's kind of plain, I figured it would go. And then I was like, oh, sunflower vibes. We're going to do a sunflower ornament too. Cindy said, I didn't get them from you, Temu. Oh, okay. Most are okay. I'm glad most of them are okay, Cindy. Yeah, I would try it depends on the layering. It depends on what pattern you're making. If the dents aren't that bad, you might just totally be able to camouflage them with your layers of fabric. Okay, what am I doing? I got some bumblebees here, and I would like to use these pins to stick my buttons on. I just kind of want the black pins to blend right in, so and that is covering up all the messiness in the middle. Maybe we'll do a button on top too, like under the hanger. I don't like how I did that. We need to adjust that guy a little bit. Okay, I might stick the other ones in there too. I was undecided. I was like, do I want all 4? But I do. Very scrappy, very cute. Now we have to find the right ribbons. That's going to be the really fun part. Adorable. Okay. Move this. We got to make room for the bucket. Okay. This is going to be a hard one, you guys. Let me catch up on some comments really quick. Rita said, hi everyone, I love that ornament. Love sunflowers. Oh, I'm so hooked. Just finishing the poppy ornament. Beautiful, beautiful. The poppy pattern is a beautiful pattern. I'm glad that you liked it, Rita. Kat said, Kathy, same for me. I got 6 kits and one of them was missing 8 fabrics. So I got a hold of Clara and she's sending them right out to me. I did the 5 complete kits done already and 1 is waiting. I'm sorry, Kat. I'm glad they're getting that out to you really quick. Man, what a bummer. Christina said that plaid was in both the deer and number 107 for the spring basic star. Okay, Christina, I think now that my brain has started working again, I think that was a mini kit that I was talking about on that one. I'll go back afterwards and look, but I'm pretty sure that was the mini kit. Tammy said, you did number 107 with the green fabric. We're just loving that fabric. It's funny because that fabric was kind of like sitting around for a really long time, and now it's like making a big comeback. Dana said, uh-oh, speaking of sirens, time for the tornado closet. Oh my gosh, Dana, be safe. I know you're probably long gone by now in your closet, but wow, be safe. Carrie said, I fill it in a hole on a disc with a Kleenex. I needed that center for what I was making. It would not hold the pen. I could see that with a disc for sure. I bought the scratch and dent box from OG, the only one with trouble. Ugh. Of course, on the disc. Belinda said, stay safe, Dana. It looks like you're getting lots of be safes. Dana said, power's gone. Oh my goodness, Dana. CJ said, love daffodils. Robin said, me too, Carrie. Barbara said, is this a new bundle? No, it was pieces from multiple bundles. But I feel like I should make a bundle now with how it turned out. Vigo is like not happy right now. He is yipping away. I think these bright greens kind of go. I mean, they're a little bit brighter, but I feel like they're fun. I don't want anything that dark. Okay, I'm gonna have to stand up. Maybe we'll borrow that guy. Sorry for my head in the way, you guys. That could be a hanger in the Halloween bundle down there. Possibly, maybe. But, oh, this one. This is the one I was talking about. That. We need that. I have to find some more of this, you guys. Give me some yellow. Give me some yellow. Is this yellow? That could work. We could stick a couple loops of that in there. I think I already pulled that one. A little bit of it. Maybe, maybe, maybe. I need more yellow. You guys see any yellow? I might have to consult the ribbon rack. Okay, 1 second. You guys, I don't have yellow on the ribbon rack, but look what I just found. Ha! So let me see if I have yellow in my... I'm going to see if I have any yellow in my drawers. Oh. Yes. I have this. Yay! Yay! Okay, I think we're good. I think we have enough here to do something cute. I did not mean to pull that out. Hey Martha. Martha said, hi there. Been enjoying this one. So pretty and potential for a whole bouquet. For whole bouquets. Yes, I agree. Kathy said, thank you, Kat. It's never happened to me before. I was literally shocked, thinking I'd lost my mind. Did you get notified when the fabric shipped? You guys, both of you, I'm so sorry that happened. Sorry, I lost my spot. How does it jump that much? You guys, I'm so behind. Click on the live chat again after you refresh. I remember seeing that one. Okay, so I'm at the point where back down past the buffering. Rita said, it's so beautiful, Stacy. I'm so glad as I've already purchased the Victoria pattern. Can hardly wait to start this one. Thank you. Oh, you're so welcome, Rita. I'm glad you like it. Carrie said, Alice, flowers can be any color. Yes, very true. Patty said, has anyone ever attempted to design a tulip ornament? Oh, this is a good question, Patty. I have an answer for you. Let me finish your question. Would it be possible? By the way, I love these colors together. I'm timid about using stripes and checks. Stacy, have any suggestions for me to get past this? Okay, so first of all, we do have a tulip pattern in the works right now. Tanya has a pattern that she has created that looks like tulips, and it's on a ball, but it has a tulips vibe. It's so cute. So look for that. As far as timid about using stripes and checks, so with stripes, I always say that a good rule of thumb to start with, but this rule can be broken, but just to get you over the hump, I always try to have stripes cut lengthwise through my rectangles so that when you fold them into triangles, the stripes are running out from the center. I would recommend trying to do that with stripes. It has a little bit of a neater look to it. And coming out from the center, I just prefer the way that looks. But like I said, rules can be broken. And after you get like comfortable with using stripes, definitely try turning them in different directions, because I think that you can do some really fun stuff with it. Also, with stripes on the band, I try to also make the stripes go lengthwise for the most part through the band so that it's wrapping around the ornament. But again, I've also seen it done not that way, and it looks totally cute in a lot of cases. It can be busy, and so that's why I always say to start with the stripes going lengthwise. With checks and stuff, try to keep, I like to keep them on the outer layer if it's a busy check like this, but if not, if you want to use it in the center, I try to keep it for like parts of the pattern where bigger chunks of fabric are showing. It can be hard to keep the check pattern or any busy pattern when you have really, really small pieces. Like you would lose this check a lot if you were putting it in the middle here. It could still work, but you would lose a lot. And especially if you had the check side by side, it could get super busy super fast. So that's just a couple of maybe tips, and I hope that that helps. And let me know if you try it or if you have any other questions about it also, Patty. Lorette said, wow, Patty, a tulip ornament would be amazing. I can't wait for you guys to see this tulip pattern that Tanya's been working on. Alice said, whenever you make an ornament out of random fabrics, I have difficulty finding my own random fabrics to use for the same ornament. I totally get that, Alice. I feel like part of it is like when you want to match what you see and then it feels like other stuff won't be as good. I would encourage you, though, to try them anyway. Try other ones anyway, because it might come out a lot cuter than what you think. Because we all do that. I mean, it's funny. We're talking about ordering from shabby fabrics and stuff. I'm like doing the same thing. I'm like looking at what they made and I'm like, I gotta have those exact fabrics. It's hard to get out of that. But I would encourage you to just try different ones, because you might end up with something better or something totally different that you love just as much. Shan said, oh, quilt question. What's the thingy called that you put a strip of fabric in and it folds it while you pull and press it? A bias tape maker? Oh, Robbie answered. Bias tape maker. Yes. Deborah said, hi, Stacy and everyone. I'm late today. That's okay, Deborah. Good to see you. All right, let me make some. I was trying to catch up on comments, you guys, but I probably should do a little ornamenting here and keep going on this. Let's see. I want to do green. Oh. So I found these, guys. A polka dot one. And then this one that's more of the stitched. I think I like the stitched. What do you guys think? I think that's the one because it has that texture. We're going to go for it. This is old. The tape is like tearing on me. Adding a little bit of this in with the green and yellow is going to be so cute. All right, I'm going to start with some 7-inch pieces. We'll do 2 loops of the black and white. Of course, we'll do the parrot green. That always is the winner. I like this yellow. It's a really good match. Well, I don't know. I like that one too. This one's a little bright. Maybe we'll stick with the Pico, actually, now that I'm looking at it again. Let's see what these look like together. My nose is itching, guys. I always heard that means someone's talking about you. Belinda said, yes, I saw that gadget on one of the videos and I thought, oh, what's that? Yeah, I think that I have not used it myself, but I think in some of our patterns and some of our videos, Darlene, I think particularly likes to use that, the bias tape maker. Becky said, love this combo of fabric. A kit would be awesome. I'm thinking I might want to do the bow. I mean the hanger with this black and white also. Robbie said Clover makes them. Also, Missouri Star has them. Christina said, Nancy V, yeah, I've been looking this whole time and can't find any. Found some in another country. And Tammy said, Shan, are you talking about a bias tape maker? Kathy said, thank you, Stacy, and it's okay. Things happen. They do, Kathy, but I still hate to hear it. We always wish we were perfect. But yeah, anytime you guys, if you're missing anything from your kit, please let us know and we will get out replacements ASAP. Let me set that guy right there. I think that's cute. I'm going to add a little extra yellow in the next layer, and I'll add a little less black on the next layer so that we can even it out a little bit. That scrap is too tiny. I don't know if this yellow is the same exact one. It looks a little different, but you know what? We're going to go with it anyway. Six and a half. Oops. The parrot green that just somehow goes with everything. I don't even know if it actually does go with everything, but in my head it does. Shan said, I have no clue. I saw a short on YouTube and I can't figure out what it's called. I could really use one. Robbie said, yes, they are bias tape makers. Deborah said, we used to have a quilt shop in Trenton, Florida. That's close to Gainesville, and my husband always enjoyed going because they had old-fashioned soda fountain with desserts and ice cream. And I think it cut you off, Deborah, so I will read the rest if I see the rest of the comment. Shan said, thank you so much, ladies. Greatly appreciated. Jeanette said, so cute. Thank you, Jeanette. Belinda said, would that bias tape maker be good for doing bands? I haven't used it for anything yet, but I know that what Darlene uses them for is when we have to do skinny bands for certain folds. And I haven't really done that here on a live. I haven't made any of those patterns that has those thin bands, but one that comes to mind is the tangled twist pattern where we have thin bands wrapping around the ball. And it's actually just part of the pattern is the bands kind of wrapping around the ball. It's a very pretty, feminine, floral, delicate pattern. And that's kind of what she's used them for. But given that I haven't used one, I really don't know all the ways that you could use it. I'm sure there's lots of ways that you could. Nancy said, I love that ornament. It is so cute. Thank you, Nancy. Christina said, I love this one. Have done a few Victoria, but we'll need to do one as a sunflower next time. This really worked out. I'm pretty excited by it. Deborah said, could order lunch, sit outside. There was even an antique shop to look around in, so that occupied him while I shopped. That's perfect. Shan said, ribbon spaghetti basket. I know, trigger time. Carrie said, I'd like to do one with lace, but I need ideas. Kat said, Kathy, no, but I'm sure it mailed out. I wouldn't even expect a tracking on something so small. Probably an envelope, not a box. It's rare that it happens. Oh, okay. Maybe that is why you didn't get one. Because if you had you said it was on Saturday. I think I saw that comment go by. It's probably already out then. And yeah, if it was like first class, maybe there's no tracking on it. It's been a while since I've done the shipping myself, you guys, so I'm so sorry that I don't have like an exact answer for that. How cute is that? I love it. Okay, one more layer. We'll add a couple more of these black and white ones now on the top. I'm cutting 6-inch pieces now for this last layer. The dogs are getting impatient. I can hear them starting to yip more. That's Vigo's impatient yip. Kathy said adorable ornament. Yes, please, on a kit. Trish said I'm really loving this ornament. Thanks, you guys. I'm so glad. Just keep in mind that you can make this with like any yellows and greens, and it can be very scrappy. So hopefully you guys will be inspired to just try it out with some scraps that you may already have. I know it can be hard sometimes to find ones that look like the same ones. Like I was just saying, I totally get that because I do the same thing. Deborah said, very cute ornament. Sunflowers are one of my favorite flowers. Nancy said, I love sunflowers. This ornament is so pretty. Thanks, you guys. Robin said, love the buttons on this. Really makes it look like a sunflower. Kathy said, that's what I thought too. Thanks, you guys. Oh, and Belinda put sunflower and tulip emojis. That's so cute. Becky said, prayers to all in the storm's path. Yes, for sure. I second that, Becky. Carrie said, where are you all with sirens and no power? I can't remember where Dana is. Suzanne said, hi, LOL, I'm so late. We'll watch the replay. Suzanne, I feel like I haven't seen you in a bit. I'm glad you made it in, even if late. That is so cute that I'm going to die. So happy with how that came out. So the only other thing is I want to add a little bee. Where did I put my bees? They are. I don't know. Do I want the bee? The little bees can be so cute. Maybe. Oh, I think I want to stick them up here. Yeah, that's what I want to do. We have these in 2 sizes. We had these first, and we use these on the Prairie Point pinwheels because they're bigger. The Prairie Point pinwheels is a bigger ornament, so they work well for that. Also, if you did any kind of square ornament that had this kind of theme, this would be good for that. But for the round ones, I like the little guys because they're adorable. Deborah said, stand up and dive in. Talking about the ribbon basket. I need to keep up better on these comments because that would have been hilarious at the time. It jumped on me again. Not a bundle, but mini kits, Tammy said. Beverly said white and black might work. Yes. Brian said you might want a little white in the bow too. Yeah, this is how behind I am. Okay, now that the bow is done, I'm seeing your bow comments. Carol said, this is the cutest ornament. Yes, with the 4 black head pins in each button. My mother-in-law loves sunflowers. Christmas gift or Mother's Day gift or birthday gift on its way for sure. Yes, this would be a great gift, Carol. A great gift. Peggy said the ribbon bucket is so frustrating. I want to shout out over there to the left. No, up a bit. That one. I know. I thought about that. Like, if you saw one that you liked, How are you going to tell me? Belinda said, haha, I agree. I'm pointing there and there. Carol said, that's so funny, Peggy. Rita said, love, love, love this ornament. So pretty, Stacy. Thank you for picking it to do on a peaceful pinning. You're such a good teacher. Oh, Rita, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Deborah said, tulips are my absolute favorite flower. Can't wait to see. I can't wait to show you guys. Tammy said, the cookie cutter could work for a tulip too. Yes, it could. Tammy, good thinking. So guys, on the YouTube channel, the cookie cutter pattern that we've done one version of so far, but we have some cutouts for a few that are coming. You could totally make a cutout. I mean, you guys could do cutouts for all sorts of things with that idea. A tulip would be a great idea. Laurette said, I'll bet Darlene could design a tulip ornament. Oh, I'm sure she totally could. Darlene can design anything. I read that one. Tracy said, this ornament turned out so cute. I haven't made this pattern yet, and now I look forward to it. I'm so glad. I'm so glad to hear that. Belinda said, the center of a tulip is usually black, so yes, a button would work in that. Oh, yes, that's true. My glue is starting to get goopy. We'll let that dry for just a second. Patty said it does help. Thanks, Stacy. Oh, I'm so glad. You'll have to let me know how it goes, Patty, if you try. Stitched. Okay, you guys picked the stitched one, which I asked, and then I didn't see your answer, so I'm glad. Peggy said, my grandma always said an itchy nose meant you were going to kiss a fool. Uh-oh. Well, I don't see that happening. Robin said, I used it on a wreath pattern that you can also make a Santa head. Are you talking about the bias tape maker? Is that what you're talking about for that? I think the wreath pattern, yes. Denise said, oh boy, I'm late. That's okay though, Denise. We're happy that we can at least say hi to you. Tammy said, I think they suggested a bias tape maker for the rippled wreath. You're right. Good memory. Martha said, Peggy, I yell out answers while I'm chopping veggies here. I trust you're all a little clairvoyant. That must be how I got the answer to the stitched one, you guys, when you picked the stitched one. Belinda said, sure, we can hear you all the way in Oz. Sure, can hear you all the way in Oz. Kat said, if there's ever anything wrong in your kit, the OG team is awesome on correcting it. Love the OG team. They are awesome. Thank you so much, Kat. Barbara said, really love these colors for this ornament. Christy said, Belinda, bias tape makers are great for bands if you want crisp edges. Martha said, so glad that you beamed in Aussie, Belinda. Carol said, a lucky ladybug would look super cute hanging from the ribbon. Oh, that's true. That's true. Belinda said, yes, it hardly took any time at all, but it is Wednesday here. I'm ahead of you all. Tammy said, I actually bought the bias tape maker to make a couple of tangled twists. It made life so much easier than those teeny tiny folds. Yes, that's what I heard about that one, because those are some itty bitty little folds. Hey, Kate. Kate said, my daughter drove school bus for 35 years. The kids that she hauled are grown and have children of their own, but still come up and speak to her. She also took their children to school. Oh, that's neat. Tony said, this ornament is so cute. Thank you, Tony. Shan said, super cute. Love the button. Thank you, Shan. And I just remembered, I thought I was done, but I forgot the hanger, guys. So let's do a hanger real quick. I'm going to do the black and white for the hanger. So the button might be too big up there, but you know what? I do have little yellow flower sequins, so maybe I'll use that, which would look very cute against the black and white, I think. And you know what? I can even use one of my little black pins to hold it on. Cute, cute, cute. I think that we nailed the vibe today. We nailed the vibe. Brian said, wonderful ornament. Thank you, Brian. Maritza said, wish I could have saw it at the beginning. My baby sister loves sunflowers. Well, the replay will be here, Maritza, so please feel free to go back and see it from the beginning. if you wanna copy the whole vibe that we're doing. CJ said Dana is in Memphis. That's right, she said that. Yep. Thank you, CJ. Debbie said sunflower ornament is gorgeous. Thank you, Debbie. Louise said adorable. Thank you, Louise. Belinda said bumblebee and hanger. Yep, bumblebee and hanger. Now we're here. What do you guys think? We need to make sure he's uncovered so that you can see him. So cute. I love it. Tammy said, looks like the shop is out of the black buttons, but there are still black pearl head pins in there. Yeah, the black buttons I do believe are gone, but you can find black buttons anywhere. This is just a plain 4-hold black button. And you know what? For size reference, if anybody's interested, it looks like it's 3/4 inch black button. And thanks for that, Tammy. We also have the little bumblebees. Robbie said, that's so pretty. Thank you. Denise said, love this. It's so cute. Thank you, Denise. Jerry said, I'm back in sync. Oh, good. I'm glad it's back in sync. Martha said, okay, dinner's ready. Time to run. The ornament's beautiful. Thank you, Martha. Belinda said, I wish I had your ribbon basket. So much to choose from. It's years of scraps being tossed in. And the thing is that they were spread throughout different areas between my house and down in the shop. And now the basket grew suddenly because I finally consolidated it all. And I was like, you know what? I got to start using this. Tammy said 3/4 inch buttons are sold out, but the 7/8 are still are available in the OG shop. Yeah, and that's only a teeny nudge bigger. So, and the bigger one also works really well on the Prairie Point pinwheels. A small 2-hole button would work too. Yes, absolutely, Belinda. Robin said, yes, Tammy. Kat said, I ordered food over the weekend and I always give the delivery person an ornament as an extra tip. Wow, Kat. This one was funny. The ornament I got ready while waiting actually matched the girl's shirt. What a great idea, Kat. How have they reacted to that? Like, what do they say when you give it to them? I've never heard of someone doing that before, and I love it. Becky said, beautiful. Thank you, Becky. Patty said, yes. Ladybug's charms. We're friends. If I find one in the house, I set it free. I love ladybugs. Dubravka said, so beautiful. Thank you. Marge said, this is so cute. Love it. Thank you, Marge. Florence said, just joined. I'm late. The ornament is so pretty. Better late than never, Florence. I'm glad we could say hi to you. And thank you. CJ said, that so makes it the black pin on the yellow flower. I just love it. I'm tickled pink about how this turned out. Shan said, beautiful. Thank you, Shan. Kat said, awesome ornament. Thank you, Kat. Marge said, the yellow flower on top is so cute. Lorette said, love, love, love it. Tracy said, love it. Shan said, definitely one for your tree. It's a keeper. I agree. This one, I'm keeping this. I'm going to go hang it in my kitchen right now. Robin said, you could use shades of white and make a daisy. Totally. Robin, we should do that. We should do that on here. That's a great idea. Belinda said, I got to make this one. Love it. Let us know how it turns out, Belinda. Carol said, my favorite ornament so far. Don't I say that every time that you make another ornament? I love all the ornaments that you create. Thank you, Carol. This one is in the top for me too, though. I gotta say, I love it. Tammy said, it's beautiful. Love it. Thank you. Shan said, yes, a daisy. Yeah, I love that idea. Kat said, everyone run to your closet and rip a black button off of a shirt or jacket. That's so funny, Kat. Cindy said, great chatting. See you tomorrow. Very pretty ornament. Thank you so much, Cindy. Tracy said, oh, I love the daisy idea too. I do too, you guys. We're doing that. We're doing that. Belinda put flowers emojis. Shan said, daisy with denim blue. Oh, I'm dying. What a great idea. You know what? I have the denim. I have the thin denim that I used on the straps on my strawberry tote. That I have to like look at it again and see if it's not too thick, but that would be the perfect vibe. Love that. You guys are so smart. Sherry said, the black stitch ribbon makes me think of the flying lines they draw after a bee. That's true. I didn't even think of that. Deborah said, I love it. Jeanette said, love it. Kat said, oh, the delivery people always love it. I love to see their faces when they get it. I always tell them, keep away from the pets and kiddos. Lots of pins in that. They always walk away smiling. Love it. Kat, that is such a fantastic idea. I mean, that's not something they're going to get from anyone else. You know, what a cool thing. Carrie said, I've put ornaments in my mailbox for Christmas as gifts to the mail carrier. Love that too. Mary Lou said, huge storm here in Licking, penny size hail. Oh my gosh. Stay inside. Deborah said, yes, Daisy. Suzanne said, this came out so cute. On phone in the car, just got home. Don't advise driving while watching. Right, don't drive and watch. You can listen. But it was back roads, so all good. I am glad you're safe and sound, Suzanne. Tammy said, have a good night, everyone. You too, Tammy. This was another marathon, you guys. We had to make up for missing yesterday. Belinda said they definitely need to come up with a warning. Keep away from kids and pets. And addictive to make. Yes. You know what, Belinda? In all seriousness, a lot of people who make these and sell them will put they'll make little cards or little pieces of paper to put with them to say keep away. Because yeah, definitely you don't want your dogs to chew it up. Definitely don't want the kiddos to be playing with it because of all the pins. I mean, it would be hard for a kid to get to the pins, but they could. So you got to be careful. And dogs, they would just right into it. Oh, Shan said, well, now I have to brave fabric land to get blue fabric for tomorrow's adventure is planned. Tomorrow's adventure is planned. I'm thinking maybe I should change what I was thinking for Thursday and try to do some sort of daisy and make a set because I absolutely love that idea. Belinda said, maybe we should add a link to the OG website too. Yeah. Shirley said, I do the same for the mail carrier. They love it. Shan said, have a good night, everyone. Be safe. Marge said, need to fix dinner. Have a great night. See you all tomorrow. Yes, we will see you tomorrow. We're just about to sign off anyway. I think I'm finally getting caught up here there's only a couple more comments to go. Kathy said, good night, everyone. Talk to you all tomorrow. You too, Kathy. Tracy said, you too, CJ. I hope everyone has a safe and enjoyable evening. Thank you again for a great way to end my work day. Thank you for being here, Tracy. Jeanette said, yes to Daisy. I think we're all in agreement that the Daisy is happening. Deborah said, I'm looking through my yellow fabric now. Louise said, have a good night. You too, Louise. Thank you for the hearts, you guys. Barbara said, who's on tomorrow? It's either Kennedy or Lydia. I want to say it's Lydia, but I'm not don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. And whoever it is, I'll ask them to maybe pre-schedule if they're able to, because they always get on a little bit earlier than me. And so if they do a scheduled post, then it'll give you guys an opportunity to see the post maybe a little bit in advance to see what time it's going to be. Robin said, another awesome, peaceful pinning. See you all later. Thank you, Robin. We'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Nancy said, have a great rest of your night. Everyone stay safe. Yes, everybody who's in the way of storms, please be safe. Carrie said there was an x-ray of the pins. Does anyone still have that? I need one to print off. Carrie, are you in the Facebook group? I can't remember. I think you are. Google, search for it in the Facebook group. Somebody had posted it. Just probably search the term x-ray and pins and you'll be able to find it. It was really cool. All the pins showing in x-ray. It was pretty neat. Belinda said, thank you, Stacy. Great to catch up on the live. See you on yours Thursday. Yes, I will see you on Thursday. Robbie said, please stay safe and have a good night. You have a good night too, Robbie. Thank you for watching and being here as always. Christy said, Carrie, search on the page for x-rays and it comes up. Yes, I figured it probably would. That one was a popular post. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for doing this ornament with me today. I feel like this was such a fun one. And yeah, we'll see you. So tomorrow, it won't be me, but it'll be either Lydia or Kennedy, I believe. We'll see you tomorrow, and then I will see you again on Thursday. All right, you guys, have an awesome rest of your night. Thank you again for being here, and happy ornamenting, you guys.